Dennis Schroeder. I do. See that it happen? That's Dennis Schroeder. Do you understand what's going on here? Many of you don't. The Lakers had this and blew it. They had it and blew it. All they had to do, and I mean all they had to do, was live up to one thing, paying him his obligation. $100 million would have got the thing done. But nope. You could have stuck with Dennis Schroeder, but LeBron didn't want to have a player on the team who didn't listen to him. You got a Dennis Schroeder that's out here playing, getting the ball, getting people involved, playing defense, and moving around. For Russell Westbrook. Remember when Schroeder and Westbrook played together? How great they played? The Knicks screwed this up, and look what they got. There it is. He ain't worth $100 million. Do you see all the point guards in the league? How is he not worth $100 million? For the Lakers right now, I bet you they wish they could give him that $100 million. Than being stuck with Russ. And you got to pay him down near 90 for 2 years. His $100 million would have been stretched out over years. It ain't like you paying him $100 million for one season. That way you would have took care of your point guard problem. Now your point guard problem has become your problem. I keep telling you, the Knicks and Lakers continuously have a problem. Now, don't get me wrong. Russ is a better player than Dennis Schroeder. But this is about systems. This is about who plays the best and what system and how they're playing in the system on the court with what they had. The Lakers, with Dennis Schroeder on the court, was a better defensive team than what they are now. Do you agree? He averaged 16 points a game, or 15, I believe, last year. He averaged 7 assists a game. And he averaged 4 rebounds for the Lakers. But defensively, he was better. He didn't average as many turnovers as Westbrook. Defensive end of the ball, he was better. When they played in OKC, Russ was getting all those triple doubles. Dennis Schroeder was killing. He was an assassin out there. And OKC knew, well, Dennis Schroeder is in his own world right here. We comfortable. We got Shea here and Dennis Schroeder. Do we really need to have Russ? So that showed you then what was going on and who needed to go. Hit the like button, good people. Hit the like button. See, there y'all go again. I like him on the team, but not for $100 million. Who you gonna get? Y'all don't understand how basketball works. If he want to take a deal for 4 years, $100 million, do the 4 years, $100 million, like $25 million a season. Pay that. The only reason why he didn't take the deal that was offered, but wasn't put into a real offer, they were in talks, but never an offer was made by the Los Angeles Lakers for him to turn down. In one of the seasons, he would have made $5.9 million, and he didn't agree with that. He thought that should be a lot higher, which it should have. Now the Lakers are paying $44 million this year for Russ, and will have to pay $47 million next year. So you can't trade him. I want to see who would be the stupid team to take Russell Westbrook for 44, because whoever takes that deal needs to be fired immediately. Fired immediately. He's going to be paid $47 million next year. See, Outlaw, that's what I'm saying. You're not looking at the scale of what it's worth. You paying $91 million for Russ just for 2 seasons. A guy with bad knees who don't play defense that well because he's going against these younger guards. He's getting cooked. You could have had Dennis Schroeder. In this season, Schroeder in his last 2-3 games have been killing. The only time he had a bad game is against Philly. And only when they had these COVID situations and guys coming in and out of the lineup. But defensively, he's always been on point. Nobody blowing by him. He right there. And he can score the basketball. Who would you trust to shoot a 3? Schroeder or Russ? I know everybody's game is going to go and sink into the ground playing with LeBron. You know that. You don't play the LeBron way, he wants you out of there. LeBron wants you to be a spot-up and shooter. Schroeder was put in a position where he was the wing 2 guard when he's supposed to be the point. He playing on the wing with LeBron, so he's got to run the point basically to him. And LeBron's out there don't want to pass to Dennis Schroeder because Schroeder wasn't giving him the ball. He was like, forget this dude. I'm going to play my way. I'm going to give this ball to AD. Which he did. He was giving the ball to the center, who was AD at the time. He was keeping the ball from LeBron. Or he would shoot it, and LeBron be, man, I'm not passing him the ball. And didn't want to give it to Schroeder, so he's like, you ain't going to give it to me, I ain't going to give it to you. Big mistake. You ain't going to get your money like that, but you get my respect. Every game is a must-win for the Lakers. This East Coast trip they going on, they got to sweep all these games to get some type of cushion. Everybody like, AD coming back, like, that's going to mean something. Y'all got to play some defense. That's what means something. And you can't do it with these 37-year-olds. You need some young bodies out there who know how to guard, pick and roll, basics. You need practice, and you can't get that without practice. But you gave up on Dennis Schroeder too soon. Now you have a point guard problem. The point guard is the hardest thing to get. You just can't buy one. You have to have a point guard who knows how to handle himself in situations. Look at this. Can conduct the offense, move, and can score baskets. See? He's posted up here as the 2 now. And they lose him. They lose sight of him. Oh, makes the right pass. Bang. He's conducting offense. Controlled. You see? And that's what Boston needed. Something they couldn't get from Kemba Walker, who just wants to fire up shots. You have to do it in the right space of time. See this? Calls for the pick, the roll. Oh, they want to mess that up? Bang. He can knock it down if you trap him. See, I done seen Dennis Schroeder do this plenty of times, and so should you guys. If you allow him to control the offense and run the floor, things would have took a lot of pressure off of LeBron James. Now, the Lakers are right back in the same boat. Now they like, we got to get De'Aaron Fox. We got to get Buddy Hield. We got to get all this. You try to buy your way into championships. You still have to have practice. You still have to develop. De'Aaron Fox is great, but will he be great on the Lakers in the system y'all run? Russ' numbers are better than Dennis Schroeder's. Russ is averaging 18, 7, and 7. So if this was a numbers game, you're going to say, well, man, he averaging 18, 7, and 7. And you can't go wrong there. Hit the like button if you agree with that. He averaging 18, 7, and 7. But defensively, and if you watch the games, you see this is the problem. He does not, I repeat, does not play defense. I mean, not play defense. I mean, turnovers. And the defense has lacked. And Russ plays D. He can't guard these guys no more. These young 20-year-old guys, it's hard for him to stick with these 20-year-olds. They can blow by him. But it's not just him. Nobody's talking about, I give Shannon Sharp credit. Shannon Sharp is the only person who put Melo right where he needed to be. Besides myself, me and Shannon Sharp told the truth. Told the truth. Carmelo Anthony on defense was completely exploited against Indiana. Completely. It wasn't even close. See, the problem is the fit. More than anything, Westbrook, does he fit in the situation? And I'm looking at it like the fit is not working. But we knew that going in because he's mini LeBron. You got two guys who are ball dominant. Russ is leading the NBA in minutes. He's leading the NBA in turnovers. His lack of everything. It's bad. To me, it's bad. They saying Russ, it's time for Russell Westbrook to come off the bench. But this is a guy that they were saying, oh, Russ is gonna add a lot of value to the team and all that. And I was like, no, they're the same. Has Kevin Durant, James Harden, and those guys actually been on the court together for long? I mean, Kevin Durant is out every week with contact tracing or some type of injury, or Harden has been injured. Kyrie, you know what's going on there. So they team ain't been a full team. So at full strength, nobody can beat them. But will we have this team at full strength? Because of, Kyrie's decision about his life, people are ready to punish him for it. Nobody wants to believe Russell Westbrook can be anything better than. They think Russ is just a mistake. This Laker deal, they need a person in LA to be the whipping boy because they can't blame LeBron. OKC up one. I mean, up two. Here it is. They leave a guy open and they close the game out. Lack of defense, lack of communication. They blame Russ for everything. Yeah, I heard about Louis Anderson. Oh man, Russ. It's been rough on him mentally to be able to deal with what he's dealing with. Mm-mm-mm. But the Lakers, this is what you wanted. He's leading the league in turnovers, man, and he just can't get it. He can't. It's like watching can't get right. Sometimes, some of the plays, so it just sticks out, and it'll be one play, but it just sticks for the whole game. One on one. Let's see. All right, Russ, got another chance to do it again. Jesus Christ. All right, get out on him, Russ. Where you going, bro? Which way did he go? All right, there we go. Run on one, Russ. Old man Bron's on the floor. Still old man in it. Oh, wow. Where is Russ? But this is what y'all wanted. Dennis Schroeder, he ain't not worth $100 million. But let's play Russ 91. Let's pay Russ $91 million. I told you, nobody feel LeBron no more. LeBron ain't nobody. Told you, these kids, these young dudes, they just want to put him on a poster. You heard John Morant? I just want to dunk on LeBron. Yep, dunk on him. Why? Because ain't nobody scared of that dude. This would have been his last season if COVID didn't hit. But now, because of the COVID and everything else, he's going to stick around. Once he finished this Laker contract, though, that's it. That is it. Because the Lakers are already in the hole. They didn't traded away all their draft picks. They have no picks. So what they going to do? Build the team around Anthony Davis, a guy who can't stay healthy and on the court? That was the plan. Anthony Davis is going to be the future, and they just build around him. But he's not that guy. Then he gets benched and has to deal with that. But remember, y'all had Dennis Schroeder, and you should have stayed with him. You were a better defensive team then. And what is LeBron? How many players in it? What, 300 players on the roster? LeBron is like 200 and something in defense. Let that sink in. LeBron is like 200. But he got his 30 points though, didn't he? He made sure he got his 30 points. He 207. LeBron is 207 in defense. In Kobe's last years, he wasn't 207. Hey, what's up? You said, thanks for the super chat. You said, do you see any big benefit of marriage or a woman living off you? Oh, thank you. No. Do I see a benefit in a marriage? Yes, I do see a benefit in a marriage, but not a woman living off me. No. See, I believe you should marry a partner. Somebody who has something vested in it as much as you do. That's when you get married. When y'all have a partnership, that's a marriage. Y'all have goals to achieve. And it don't have to be monetarily. It could be goals for a family, building together, having a family, going to the right schools, education, y'all on the same page. Those type of things have to go into play. You can't just say, oh man, she got a nice ass, I gotta have her. She gonna be my wife. Some of those women are not made for wifing. There's a reason why they look like that and they out in the streets. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you see some of these girls are stripping and they're like 21, 22 years old, and that is too young to be outside stripping, in my opinion. So you know there's something that goes along with that. Like something went wrong somewhere in that person's life. And you might need to understand that before you talk about putting a ring on their finger. Well, that's because of the women you run into. They talking about the man paying for everything, but they want to be independent. I'll be like, no, it's a new world now. Women is independent. You don't need a man. Like a girl told me, I don't need your money. I said, good. We're in agreement. So I don't think you need my money either. We got something in common. Can't have it both ways? Yeah, you can. Depends on what you settle for. Most people settle. I don't like to settle. I like to have the options I have. See, most people can't have a house like this unless they have two incomes or they're a professional athlete. That's the stereotype. Most people over here, like where I live, I'm probably the only human being over here who is paying all of the bills himself in a house like this. This is a two-income family home. And not just a regular this is a massive two-income family home. Now, y'all who follow me, you've seen every inch of my house. And you know this is no ordinary basic house. So you also know that if I'm able to afford this and pay all the bills for this thing myself, that makes you a target for any woman out there that's single. Because they like, man, he don't really need me to help out with the bills. And this is why most men settle. They be like, look, I need somebody to help me in these bills, and I don't want to stay at my mama's house. So we gonna get our own crib, girl. See, you don't have to find the perfect person. There is no such thing as that. You find somebody just as messed up as you, and then you settle down. Both of y'all got issues. There ain't nobody perfect, so y'all gonna have y'all vices. Pookie and Sharkeisha. He said his speech is better. That's funny. Right. And plus people can grow in a relationship if that's what they're in it for. Some women get married because they see their other friends get married. And women be like, I gotta get married. All my girlfriends are getting married. I got to get married. They go down that road. Women have a plan. Like, I want to be married before 25, or at 25, I want to be married. I had a girl freak out because I wasn't in the position to marry her at all. And I'm like, you thought I was going to marry her? I thought I'd be married by 25. She was having a breakdown because she wasn't married. And I'm just like, that's on you. I was just taking you to the Cubs game. Well, we ain't really a couple no more. So they say the top defensive player. Are they kidding me? This is by the NBA's list. Oh, Jesus. General defense. Michael Porter Jr. Sekou barely plays any games. He only played 2 games. Michael Porter Jr. only played 9. So, yeah, this list is tainted. Because it's the type of women you're going after. If a woman wants you to pay 100% because she pretty much knows you're the type of person that would pay 100%. Women got a gauge where they know where they can find the mark. They find the person that's paying and willing to pay, that has no problem paying. Then they could ask outlandish things. And it's not as outlandish as that. See, me, I have a thing like this. I volunteer to do things. Or if I suggest something like, hey, let's go do this or do that. But I'm like, if she suggested, then that means you're paying. That's how I look at it. Who do I think pick up Ben Simmons? A team that's stupid. Why would you want to pick up a player who's afraid to shoot the ball, disappears in big games, and this has been the mark on him for years? He can't shoot free throws. You can't trust him. He's a team killer, and he's overprivileged and spoiled. I'm like sticking with LeBron. You think Westbrook's a problem? Good. Wait till you get this guy. He ain't gonna want to shoot at all. He's perfect. Yeah, Ben Simmons for us, I'll be like, take that in a heartbeat. I'll be laughing every night. Ben Simmons in LA would eat him alive. Just like they eating Russ. They be eating him up. Ben Simmons, why wouldn't you lay the ball up? Nobody was under the rim and you passed it out to LeBron. You mother. I'll be laughing my butt off. Going, I told you. I told you. Oh, wow. You said, should Golden State trade Klay while his value is high? It's clear they have plenty of up and coming stars. Do you see a comparison? I see. What's up, Mr. Sledge? I see the problem that they have right now. And the problem that they have is that Steph and the rest of those guys were in a groove. They were in a good zone. They were winning games. And now Klay is back. They got to work Klay back. Klay don't have his legs. So I'm seeing guys blow by Klay, and the game has kind of passed him by. And Klay is a defender, and he plays with pride and heart and all of these things, but you just can't trade Klay Thompson. Hell no. The Splash Brothers? Are you kidding? You know how much marketing that is? But I think right now they're a better team, but you don't know where Klay's going to be at. It's going to take him about 15 games just to get back in game shape. This is why I try to tell people that shooting a basketball and shoot around is not the same as playing an NBA basketball game. Yeah, his legs are like jelly. But it's costing the team games. They cost them last night. The Indiana Pacers had backups in, and the backups was killing. Made me lose one of my bet sheets. But I won the other one. Here's the key to relationships. What you want to know? Honesty. Clear-cut honesty. Transparency, in other words. Be as transparent as possible. If you're serious about a relationship, do that. Be see-through. Because once you start making assumptions, once you start guessing, once you start keeping your individual stuff here and your individual stuff there that's separate from her, she's going to feel alienated. Then she's going to start doing her secrets. And then both of y'all hiding secrets. And then, boom, here come a big explosion. That's why I try to tell you like it is. Well, I don't want to hear it from Laker fans because we told you last year. Oh, Tony Avant, you got to make this something else. You don't want none of that moccasin. Who didn't see this coming? Laker fans. Y'all wanted Dennis Schroeder gone. Dennis Schroeder is now gone. Y'all didn't think he was worth the $80 million. So, y'all end up getting him for a different price. I'll try to sign him to an $87 million deal. But one of the years he had to accept taking $5.9 million to fit y'all pay structure gap. He said hell to the Nizal. And y'all basically, because y'all listen to LeBron. When LeBron said we can get somebody else. Russ wasn't even an option in play. He was a last-minute decision. The Lakers were talking about they finna get DeMar DeRozan. It's a done deal. It never materialized. It went from all this interest. He finna come back home, played for his team, Cali. Almost a reality. Then he look on TV and they saying Russell Westbrook is in the picture. And I'm somebody who knew 2 months before it went down that they were getting Russ. Even though it was a last-minute decision, I knew all the players that were involved. My sources did not let me down. My source was 100% accurate on the players that would be traded. The whole nine. Mm-hmm. Well, just look at it for what it really is. Look at it for what it really is. You got yeah, well, you got to look at it for what it really is. The Lakers are in trouble. A lot of the responsibilities, they're throwing it on Russ for the blame. LeBron James is another problem on the court. The media, everybody. What's up, Great February? He said they gave up their entire future for a 37-year-old LeBron and an injury-prone AD. Should have kept Lonzo, Kuzma, Bi, and Hart. I mean, if they'd have kept that team and actually developed that team, I don't know. I think it was the best thing that happened to them, to those players. When I say them, I don't think they would have flourished. LeBron would have to not be there. I think I have to give credit to the Pelicans staff of the trainers, because they definitely fixed Lonzo Ball shot. They fixed Brandon Ingram. They got all those guys playing well. They actually got a real development there. With LA, they were afraid to do anything. Oh yeah, I picked the Pelicans to beat the Knicks. I took the Pelicans +4. They're the Knicks. I expect them to lose. I don't know why anybody, when they were Pelicans with underdogs, I took that immediately. So I knew I won that game. Well, somebody rust and pissed off whoever got the magnet in their pocket. Whoever controlling the magnet need to talk to Westbrook, need to get them a bag. Well, Russ spoke out today because he didn't speak after the game because he knew all the attention was going to be on Russ being benched. So Russ basically said today he was disappointed that he was taken out of the game because, of course, he want to be in the game to finish the game. That's what he felt. So he said he was more upset. He was disappointed he was taken out, but he was more upset that they lost the game more than him being benched, which I believe is total BS. I mean, they allowed 73 points against Denver. The Denver loss was the worst, probably, of the season, because how many open shots everybody had? It was just bad on all levels. Russ isn't selfish. He's selfish to a degree, but When you playing with the most selfish player in the world, LeBron James, he wants all the fame and none of the criticism. That's mainly the problem. When you don't want to accept blame for what you've actually done and the position you put your team in, that's a problem. That's problematic. I don't see that getting any better. Like everyone else might think, oh, it just take time. Time for what? There's ways to be selfish on the court. Just because you pass the basketball don't mean you're not a selfish player. It's selfish when you don't try to play defense and help the rest of the team, but you're getting on them talking about the effort they got to do. And I think it's unfair that Russ has to be the one that take the lashes every time because it's easy to blame Russell Westbrook. And it's sad. It's sad to see at times. The media all gang up on them, and ain't nobody gonna stop the media from doing it. They got Russ, they got Kyrie Irving. I know, right? Then you got Then you got all these other people coming by doing the stuff they do. Right. Everybody's tired of seeing this. And this is the NBA's problem. This is their main problem. It's too toxic. You got some of the best teams in basketball. They're in small market teams, and you ripping them off because you want to keep this market going with the Lakers. You put all your marketing dollars in there. It's LA, it's where the celebrities are. I don't give a damn. If the players on the court can't play basketball, don't shovel them to the damn NBA Finals so somebody got to watch trash in the NBA Finals. That pandemic championship was ridiculous to watch. You'll never see one of those games on classic sports. None of them pandemic games. They cheated Denver out of the entire series. It was pathetic. Well, LeBron did what they allowed him to do. Of course, he screwed the league up. But they allowed all this. They okayed all this. So, yeah, if you're going to okay it, of course they're going to take the whole league down. Why wouldn't they? Who's going to stop them from doing it? The league seemed to be okay with somebody coming in screwing everything up. It's like, look, let's just blame Russ. Why we need to change that format? Blame Russell Westbrook. He's the problem. Let's just blame it on him. Throw it on his back. Then when he ain't here no more, the Laker fans will rejoice. We ain't gonna get no better on defense because we still got the same problem. Defense is being played by 5 on the court. And what you're seeing is everybody's blowing plays. Trevor Ariza is atrocious on defense. Yeah, he's supposed to be your defensive guy. That's why y'all got Trevor Ariza. He can't hit a shot. He can't do a damn thing. But nope, nobody mentioned Trevor Ariza. Carmelo Anthony just got murderized on defense. But he hit some shots, so ain't nobody blaming Melo. All these guys that can't play defense. And most of it is simple conversations. Why is it every season, new players, new team, LeBron James' team have a problem with defense? Every year. This is how you 3-9 in the finals. This is why you're 3-9. Because you don't play defense. And everybody know LeBron is shut down. Hey, and then they all looking stupid with their heads all lowered. Look at Big Game James got that stupid, I just took a dump in my pants look on his face. Look at Fish. D Fish is like, damn, this is embarrassing. I just took a big old dump. Right in my pants. Can't believe this is happening to the Lakers. Yeah, Big Game James. You know this wouldn't have happened if you was on the court. Because you would have smacked LeBron James right in his mouth. The same defensive player. The guy is 37 years of age. Oh my God. I think he's the same defensive player. He's the same terrible defensive player he's always been. What is you talking about? He's 37. What do you expect? You think this is because of his age? Well, let's take a look here. Look at the stats. This is LeBron James' entire career. Man, them numbers look about the same, don't they? Man, he's been in that bracket basically his whole career. He started out at 104, 104, 104, 104, 104. Look at that. Look at that. Mm-mm-mm. 3-9 in NBA Finals. Well, this is what happened, people. Oh, don't think it ain't gonna be no talk when they get back in there. Oh, Kwame was live. I didn't even know that. I'm gonna go check his video out in a minute. Don't forget to subscribe to @KwameBrownBustLife too. And don't forget to subscribe here to Carcino for Life. And Bust Life Real Sports and News. Subscribe to Welcome to HD 2 Eyes TV. He hit his 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations to him. He made to his threshold for putting out great content, great work. Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez, you next. Oh, and it's another guy too, man. I saw it. I was just cracking up laughing. This dude, this is why they don't let black people on the news. Black people on the news, we shouldn't be on the news, bro. That ain't for us. We go off. Oh yeah, my Tommy Sotomayor Myers a video. Yeah, he might be trying to sue me next. He trying to sue everybody now. I'm suing you. I'm suing you. I'm suing you, and I'm definitely suing you. This guy here. This is why black folks can't be on the news. No real brothers on the news. This because of this brother right here. This brother here is great to watch. He's hilarious. I mean, he hilarious for a whole different way because he be dead serious. He be about to bust a blood vessel when he be going over these controversial topics. So definitely follow brother. If you see that brother there, that brother, man, he be about to burn up. He be so his name indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Man, that dude there, man, I be like, he about to blow. He be hearing some news, and damn, this dog no good wreck the system. I be, oh shoot, brother about to go. Brother be about to blow in that suit. This is why we can't be on the news. See, they can't get brothers on the news. You know, they can get white folks. I don't know how they do it. They be, oh, and Mrs. Ferret, she did find that dog. He was lost down the street. Now to sadder news. 3 dead in a mall shooting in the Upper East Side. We'll take you there to Harold. They could do that with no problem. They could do that with no problem. They could do that with no problem. It's like with ease. They do that type of stuff. It's like, wow, they really don't care. So I see that brother in that suit. I know what time it is. I said, this brother finna go off. Every time I see him, he going off. Why did Boston only pay Dennis Schroeder peanuts? Because the Lakers only, this is more than what the Lakers deal really was. He's finna get another deal. See, y'all didn't realize what the Lakers was offering. The Lakers wanted him to basically that first year get like almost $6 million for the first year. Then the rest of the money would come in the later years. They trying to protect themselves. He's like, I'm not going for that. I'm not finna. They wanted to do that so they could free up more money this season to grab some other players. He was like, look, I ain't trying to fit LeBron's agenda. I want my money. And this is all before him and LeBron fell out. After that, he was never going to play with LeBron again. That was out. So he was supposed to take $100 million deal with the Knicks. The Knicks had $100 million on the table. Bron snatched that away. Bron like, oh no, I'm calling him up. No, you think he gonna go play to the Knicks? No, that deal gone too. Nah, don't y'all get Dennis Schroeder. Y'all don't want him. Bad teammate. He ain't listen to me. Yeah, I'm gonna fix him. So the Knicks pulled the deal and signed Kemba Walker. I said, oh, hell no. I knew right away. I've been telling everybody, Outlaw, LB, all these Knicks fans, blinded. We got Kemba Walker. I'm like, did you see how fast Boston got rid of him? Do you see how fast people get rid of Kemba Walker? He be like the first thing smoking out of the team. There is a reason. He is a team killer for a reason. He's really selfish. And you can't have nobody like that in your locker room. This is why I told people Dennis was gonna be the Menace. That was the one that was supposed to go to the Knicks. Is what the Knicks needed. That would have helped RJ Barrett out a lot. Now the Knicks got Kemba Walker and won't even play him. You paying him all that money to sit on the bench. That's how bad he fell out. He fell out of the starting lineup. He ended up in Tibbs' doghouse. Now he on the bench. So that shows you he don't get along well with coaches. This was not the guy you wanted on your team. Dennis Schroeder was the perfect fit. But y'all talking about $100 million. I don't want to give him $100 million. Why not? You want to lose? I mean, I thought y'all wanted to win. Knicks started going to the playoffs for the first time in like a decade, and you thought you would be interested and keep going back. But nope. And now they ain't finna go this year. Now they all see what I've been talking about but at the beginning of this season. Schroeder was horrible in the playoffs because he didn't give a damn. He didn't give a damn no more. LeBron was all on his back, went past, they was feuding. So it was done. He was like, look, I'm gonna play like I'm playing, I don't care. Absolutely. Oh, my bad. Robert Horry. What did you just say? Big shot, Bob. There you go, Shirley. Exactly. Why everybody want to dog out Russ? For what? Russ ain't the only one that looks bad out there. AD is having the worst season and was having the worst season in his entire NBA career. Defensively, offensively, he was shooting 17% from three. And everybody want to blame Russ. No player you benched all these guys who were bums. Bazemore, Golden State got rid of him. They dumped out Bradley and took back Iguodala. They were like, look, we're going to get Iggy in here because he knows our system. Bradley's done. Y'all got back Trevor Ariza. We got Ariza back. Ariza is getting cooked every night. He's our defensive stopper. THT. THT? Are you kidding me? Who's he stopped? I'm trying to tell you, y'all don't play a lick of defense. Carmelo Anthony now, geez, he saved it all up for them threes instead of burning energy doing this. All damn day he need to save it on defense. They making bonehead decisions. Nobody communicating. It is awful. Other teams, this is how Indiana did it. They said, look, they went at Melo like 7 times in a row. Pick and rolls, everything. He giving up 3-point plays. Because he got mad, he got cooked, don't throw the ball, mad. Let me tell you something. For somebody who just mentioned WAC 100, let me tell you why I don't mention it. WAC 100 academics. I told everybody before, I think I just put all that stuff on One Crack News. I don't even bring it here. WAC 100, Meek Mill, DJ Academics, Freddie Gibbs are all in cahoots. Okay? They're all doing this trolling back and forth, doing all this talking crap back and forth to try to build attention. That's it. WAC 100 is in Clubhouse. Let that sink in. Clubhouse. WAC 100 is in Clubhouse. Not like as a featured person, somebody who stopped by once in a blue moon to promote something. No, he's there every day. Running channels. I mean, he's there with bloggers. Let that sink in. He went from the biggest OG on the block, who keep talking all this OG stuff, but then he makes sure he tells them, I'm not in the gang. Nope, I'm not affiliated. I'm not a gang member. I'm a businessman. He try to say that on that thing all the time, but still talking gangster and pulling up on people and who gonna do what. All that stuff is Fed driven. Y'all just created a whole line to get a bunch of criminals indicted. I guess you two wasn't fast enough. Let's get a bunch of people together. Just put them in a room, let them chat. And we could just take the information for free. It's like, he's like, this is now, we can't even say we entrapping people in crime. They giving the information up for free. And I can't be mad at other people because they know. They be like, man, this ain't nothing but the feds. And then start talking. the craziest thing I've ever seen. I'll be sitting there listening to people like, this is stupid. I can't. Why would he even say that? You know I get down. I leave bodies on 38th in Green. Yeah, they know me. Eberhard. Everywhere. They know that. Yeah. Go ask his brother why his brother missing. I'd be like, what the hell wrong with these people? And they just feed, and all these people feed on the drama. They just there every day just for this drama. So him going off on Meek is nothing but promotion. And I don't even know what they promoting because they keep talking about beef sells. It don't. What are they selling? You gotta have the music. They talk about Kanye and Drake beef. Kanye and Drake beef. I'm like, look, Drake's songs were hot. That's why they sold. Beef don't sell. Everybody been trying to beef things to try to build a career up, and the beef don't work. People don't care about the beef. They care about it gets attention on social media, but those are the people that's buying your records. You gotta have songs. If you ain't making the songs, the people ain't gonna want to hear them. Everybody started doing beef records. Exact Stacks. They was like, man, look at 50 Cent though. They love to say that. 50 beef with Ja Rule, and that's what that not a Ja Rule's beef song of his was worth anything. None of it made any other money. In the Club made the money. 21 Questions made the money. PIMP, all of these songs that sold the album had nothing to do with Ja Rule. Right, once Ja Rule decided he was going to diss back, he made a whole basically diss mixtape. That Blood in My Eye. I mean, the one song was hot, and then the rest of it, a lot of it was not good at all. But they had my guy on there, Big Remo. Big Remo. Remo, baby. Everybody loving Remo. Big Remo. You disloyal mother sucker. Your oversized, strong face. Hey, man, that was it. You ain't need to make no song after that. But let Big Remo go. Big Remo did all the dissing that needed to go. Wearing hats with feathers in them. You ain't no pretty boy. You ain't no pimp. Man, Big Remo was worth the price of admission. It's Big Remo. Everybody loving Remo. Y'all behind this disloyal food-based sucker. Oversized, strong face. Y'all following behind a guy that don't make no kind of sense. Y'all priorities are all backwards. Hey, I don't know where Remo at, man. I need Remo on the album by himself just talking. I listen to Remo any day of the week. Everybody loving Remo. Oh man, y'all finna crack me up in here. I'm finna get out of here too. I'm finna play Remo right now. I'm back for the 5th time. Oh man, where's Remo at, man? Get Remo up here. All them soft side dudes, they looking for you too. They heard what you said. Where is Big Remo? That ain't it. Hey.
Yes, sir, you fuck ass niggas. I'm back for the 5th time. Big motherfucking Remo. I forgot how you.
Yeah, Remo.
Don't you fucking stink for 1 second. That
Big Remo.
fuck ass niggas. Especially you fucking disloyal ass motherfucker. You cocksucking ass motherfucker.